Are you often worried or anxious? Are you ready to calm the voice inside? If the answer is yes, you are ready, then watch the video till the end. I will guide you through the maze of worry making so that you can become conscious of how the worries get created. And there is a possibility here to end the vicious cycle of anxious thoughts. I suggest you take your time with this video, listen to what I have to say, and verify if that is true or not in your experience. You can pause the video if you need more time to examine and check how worrying happens for you, and continue to the next pointer and question when ready. If at some point you feel that your mind stopped, that's a great confirmation of inner shift. Okay, so let's untangle this knot and get the mind to a relaxed state. You know very well what it feels to be worrying and anxious about the future. You know what fears about the unknown feel like. It's not a pleasant feeling, and it expresses in the body as a contraction, shutting down, repetitive thinking, and hopelessness when trying to stop it. Especially at night, when you wake up and you cannot go back to sleep and you start worrying. The thinking continues and the feeling continues, and it seems that there is no way to exit the self-feeding loop. This pattern is working on automatic, unconsciously, and the good news is that there is an exit. It can be stopped, and stopped for good. For that, you need to become fully conscious of how this pattern operates and find the exit. Firstly, let's set up the playground. Can you think of a situation that makes you worried or anxious? Something that is bothering you today, for real. Something that brings the feeling of discomfort or fear into the body. Take your time to think some thoughts. Dive into the story and feel the feeling that comes in. It's okay to feel, allow it. Notice the reactions, the restlessness, tension, nervousness, and just allow this feeling to be as it is. It's okay. Now let's take a step backwards and watch what happened here. There were thoughts about the situation. Is the situation in the past, present, or future? Notice that fear, worry arise when you think about the future. It's a worry about what is not happening now. What may happen, will happen. It's a what-if scenario about a problem that needs to be solved, but it is unclear how it will be solved. It's a fear of a feeling that may be felt if something unwanted happens. So literally, it's a fear of a future feeling, sensation, emotion. It seems that it is not safe to feel. Because the mind remembers how bad it is to feel this particular emotion, it feels like danger to feel it again. So let's look closer here. The fear arises to protect from future feelings that somehow seem unsafe or are not allowed to be felt. Look into your experience now. Is that true for you? Can you see that? What is the feeling that you do not want to let in or are scared to experience? Did you find it? Now let's bring that feeling closer. Allow it to be here for a bit. Inwardly thank it for showing up and acknowledge that it is okay, it is safe to feel it, and it is welcome. You can say, thank you for showing up. I feel you. I acknowledge you. I allow you. You can be here and show yourself fully. Stay with the energy of this feeling. Notice, where is it in the body? Is it contracted, painful, or tight? Whatever is here, allow. And what happens when you allow that feeling to just be as it is? Does it change, move, dissipate, open, contract more? Whatever is happening, just watch. Be present and let it be. Your soft and kind attention to this feeling allows it to set itself free. So that's the exit out of the loop of anxious thoughts. Feel the emotional charge, allow it to express freely, and the charge normally dissipates. The key is to feel it without resisting it. Even a subtle wish for it to go away will keep it in place. So just for the fun of exploration, tell that energy they can sit here forever. See how that energy responds. The story may come up again and again. Remember to notice the sensations that arise with the story and feel whatever comes up. Yes, some stories about future can feel sticky and permanent, but look at this as an intense invitation to unravel it. It keeps coming up asking for attention, and those feelings want to be felt. Let's dive deeper now and explore how the thoughts about the future arise and what is at the heart of this mechanism. You may notice that fear arises to protect and create feeling of safety, but it's only an imagined safety. Nobody knows what will happen. Not knowing seems scary. Well, what do you really know? You can guess, expect, hope, project, want, demand, try to achieve desired outcome, but what happens, happens, and no amount of worrying makes it happen. To check that, think of some situation in the past where you have been worrying about something and see if that worrying was helpful or useless. Okay, take time to remember and see for yourself. Is worrying helpful or useless? And I don't mean planning. Planning is fine and is practical and helpful. Just to be clear, let's make a distinction between planning and worrying. Let's say you want to go on a trip and you have to plan it. So you need to decide on where you will go, how you will go, where you will stay, what you need to pack, organize the tickets if needed, show up on the day and time with the luggage packed. That's all pretty straightforward. Making a plan includes thinking about possible situations like, it may rain, I need an umbrella, or it will be cold, I better take a jacket. Worrying looks and feels different. It's repetitive thoughts about what will happen if this happens, and it's completely optional. What if the plane gets cancelled? What if I'm late to the airport? What if I lose my passport? Did they take my passport? Oh my God, where is my passport? And so on. These worrying thoughts are bringing unease into the body, and you feel restless, nervous, and anxious, maybe even breaking a sweat. All that happens as the mind believes that worrying is helping and is useful. But is that so? Can you look in your experience and find an example where worrying actually helped? Was worrying optional? Did feeling nervous help to make right decisions? Notice what is true to you. So why is the mind trying to control the future by creating suffering now? What's up with that? The root belief or the main principle here is that the mind is in control of what happens next. Let's look at expectations here. Right, so there is a desire for something. Let's say to go on a trip and visit a friend. That's great. That gets you going. You buy a ticket and sit on a plane, all good. But with desire comes an attachment to the desired outcome, which looks like wanting the trip to be in a certain way, the way the mind thinks is the right way and the only way. So the mind creates an image in the head about how this trip should be, how the friend should be, and what the whole experience should look like. Now, it's all good if that image matches reality, but what happens if something goes differently than the cartoon image expects? Here comes resistance to the real situation, and with that comes suffering. So, the plane got late, or even worse, it got cancelled, and you had to wait in the airport for hours for the next plane. Do you need to go in full anxiety mode and worry about what will happen? Or can you calmly sit down and see what happens next? Right, you finally got to your friend's house and your friend just got ill. Your trip is ruined according to the cartoon images of the mind, and you get angry that the situation is not how it has been expected. You get annoyed, upset, and feeling betrayed. And you miss the opportunity to meet reality as it is, because the mind is so attached to the created image of how it should be, and now is nervous and worried about the unexpected future of your trip. See, the mind thinks that expectations should be met. But reality is different. Reality shows up regardless of the expectations and does not care about what you want it to be. It is as it is. And reality always wins. Now you can meet what arises with wonder and curiosity, or fight with reality and be upset. All because of these mind images that know how reality should be. Well, the mind does not know. It wants to control reality. It wants to be able to make experiences flow in a particular way. It wants to manifest. But that's all there is, wanting. And there is a lot of wanting going on. It shows up in the form of should and shouldn't, in noticing what is bad, wrong, unwanted, unacceptable, unreasonable, unjust. When life is looked at through the lens of what is wrong with it, all that is right with it is simply dismissed. So you can be on this trip, exploring by yourself, enjoying a unique opportunity, helping your friend while she's getting better, sharing your presence and kindness with her, and feeling grateful for the unexpected gifts of the journey. Or you can contract, resist, fight the situation, and go home fuming and disappointed, feeling the drama about broken dreams. Seeing that the mind has no control over what happens frees it from trying to control what happens. With that, there is openness to see what happens. There is a sense of wonder and adventure, and trusting that life will give you what you need. When you are able to allow life to flow freely without fighting, it feels like freedom. There is room for joy and gratitude. When the mind is insisting on reality to flow by its design, there is fighting and disappointment, there is hopelessness and a sense of worthlessness. There are a lot of different feelings that may be usual ways to react, but it's all truly optional. And yes, it's all automatic. It's all happening by itself, just patterns playing out. But once you see how it happens in your experience with the light of awareness, you are no longer a prisoner of these patterns. You have an opportunity to witness a shift. A shift from looking for what is wrong and how to fix it, to what is right and how grateful you are. So let's take a minute here to appreciate the mind. You see, it's working so hard and full time to make things happen the way it thinks they should. And it's a lot of work. And just check with your mind, does it still want to keep doing that? Does it still think it is useful and helpful? If so, it can continue. It is free to worry and be anxious. It is free to experience what it's like to be attached to supposedly right outcomes. And it's also free to be free from all that. Instead of trying to control life, it can enjoy life as it comes. It can notice what is good right now, what is amazing right now, and generate a feeling of appreciation. It can stop trying to create imagined safety and notice safety that is already here by simply asking this question: am I safe right now? Check it. The answer is here by noticing. What is here right now? This moment is already here, already full, rich, complete, and alive. And you can rest here. And let's invite the mind to stay where it belongs, in the sense of presence, noticing what is here without trying to make anything happen right now, allowing life to bring everything to you, trusting that what needs to happen will happen, and all is unfolding as it should, in the best way for you. It's the end of playing the game and allowing life to play you. Seeing that all flows in the right time, in the right form, and letting it flow. And now let's go back to the beginning. Bring back the memory about the situation that brought up feelings of worrying and anxiousness. See how it looks now. Do you see a difference? If you do, please leave a comment. Share with other viewers your experience. If these pointers did not do it for you, you can send me a message through my website and we can set up a session to explore together. Or come to one of the monthly meetings. Every month I hold a Zoom meeting free of charge, so just pop in. There may be more to see and realize before the mind can relax completely. The goal here is to return the mind to its most comfortable state. Open, relaxed, and alive with joy and gratefulness. It may take a few days to settle in a more relaxed state of mind. The shift may be subtle and unnoticeable at first. You may see that something is different a few days or weeks later when old patterns are noticed to have disappeared. And this video may be just a start of the exploration of how the mind works. There is more to examine and recognize. The good thing is you already have all you need, your own mind and its patterns. Become aware of how it operates and that will set it free. Thank you for watching. I'd love to hear if this video was helpful for you. If you have a question that you would like me to create a video about, let me know and I will do that. I appreciate your feedback, comments and reactions. Subscribe to be notified about future videos. That helps the channel to grow and inspires me to share more. Till next time, stay well.